Tonight on Wanderlust, to prove I will go wherever the four winds blow me, I will spin this globe, and wherever my finger lands, that's this week's destination. Siberia. Look at that! Thailand, here we come! Thailand, formerly known as the Kingdom of Siam, is the crown jewel of Southeast Asia. It's often called the land of smiles. And why not? The Thai people have much to smile about, from spectacular natural wonders
Thailand beach #1
to exotic wildlife to cultural treasures, both traditional and modern. My Thailand journey would include such highlights as an elephant's ride in Chiang Mai, snorkeling in Koh Phi Phi, and finally the mind-blowing full moon party on Koh Phangan. But my visit would begin in Bangkok, the bustling capital of 6 million people. After a 27-hour flight with fare-saving connections, I made a beeline for a traditional Thai massage from one of the true masters, Mr. Sayarat Chowdhury Sanganapon. I feel like $1 million baht, which is about $17 US. Wat Po is Bangkok's oldest and most famous temple. It is also home to the world's largest reclining Buddha. I got to see it during its historic renovation, when it was obscured by blue scaffolding. Attention all street food lovers! If cheap and savory eats is your bag, then don't walk, run to one of Bangkok's many night markets. Once the food gets pretty exotic. June bugs, grubs, scorpions, beetles, cockroaches. I think I have a grasshopper. Now that's a grasshopper. Motorized rickshaws known as tuk-tuks are ubiquitous in Bangkok. And the drivers are master navigators not only of these city streets, but of the highways and byways of the human heart. I have a confession to make. I love your marvelous country. I love Thailand. But there's one huge thing missing here. Cheese. I cannot find cheese anywhere. Jarlsberg, Havarti, Gouda. What I would do to have a bite of cheese here. Oh, and brie. What I would do to bite into a delicious big wheel of brie. I miss cheese so. I'm here at Bangkok's top comedy club, where some of Thailand's leading comedians are immortalized in this veritable pantheon of mirth. They're all here, talents both big and small. Check out this comic's uplifting take on Down syndrome. Before killing on stage, this man killed untold thousands with a Khmer Rouge. Thai comedy is an uproarious melange of baggy pants slapstick. Once the latest in wry observational humor. Then, to my surprise, I was brought on stage.
What's your name?
Gerhard! They made me feel right at home with their light-hearted antics. Then I got to tell a joke of my own. What time is it when an elephant sits on your tuk-tuk? It's time to get a new tuk-tuk! Thank you!
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
My big debut was quite a rush. But nothing could prepare me for the bizarre custom of Thai bathroom massage. These busy-handed valets swarms the urinal user ostensibly to provide a more relaxing urination experience, but instead it made me one of the most shameful things a man can be. Pee-shy. Come on. Even the encouragement flush failed to help me squeeze out more than a few measly drops. These men were only doing their job, and I let them down. Thank you. Khao Road is a backpacker's paradise. You can try out a new look, or even a new identity, or visit one of Bangkok's beautiful parks, where you can dig into a good book. Unfortunately, I spent the day in my room, paralyzed by the shame of my failure at the urinal. There I stared down with envy at the normals who knew not the torment of a bashful bladder. It was time to leave town, but no travel show can avoid at least a cursory glance at Bangkok's notorious sex industry. So begrudgingly, I went to take a look. I'm here at the Club Bam Bam, one of the few places in the world where you can watch a woman shoot ping pong balls from her vagina. Needless to say, a little bit of this goes a long way.
You win your 4-hour time you pay.
I can't pay this. What do you think I'm made of gold?
No pay, you walk. You walk.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Is there anything more exciting than trekking into the hillside surrounding Chiang Mai for a chance encounter with an exotic tribe? Yes, violent sporting events like Thai boxing or Muay Thai, which is more than the national sport, it's an obsession. I got a chance to learn by doing when I visited a real Muay Thai training camp. I even got to pick my own sparring partner. Let's get it on.
Who's the winner now?
At a time like this, a travel show seems insignificant, and even my victory in the ring pales in comparison to these unfortunate events, of which I cannot help but feel at least partially responsible for on this terrible afternoon. In the mood for an elephant trek to a jungle waterfall? Then the hills surrounding Chiang Mai is a place for you, where this surprisingly fleet-footed behemoth makes the best taxi cab around. This is great. What a fantastic way to see the sights! A brief spell of motion sickness was but a mere footnote in a fairy tale experience that, like an elephant, I will never forget.
Oh my God, please get this cross over.
Nor will I forget the thunderous spectacle of the Nam Muang waterfall. Any understanding of Thai culture begins with Buddhism, the national religion which is practiced by 95% of the population. Perhaps studying this great religion would help me understand some of my own nagging questions. Why am I pea-shy? But to truly understand Buddhism, one must first understand the life of the Buddha. Let's take a minute to acquaint ourselves with this fascinating piece of history. Buddha was born into a life of luxury and wanted for nothing. He remained cloistered in his gilded palace for his entire sheltered childhood. Then one day, he left the palace walls and went into town. There he encountered 3 beggars. One was old, one was blind, and one was sick. This experience made young Buddha realize that life was full of suffering. He set off on an epic trek through the countryside, wandering the hinterlands for many years. Finally, he sat in the shade of a Bodhi tree, where he silently pondered the big questions. He suffered great torments, fasting for 40 days until his cheeks were hollow and his eyes sunk into their sockets. Then he had a revelation that the path to enlightenment was through cessation of desire. From then on, he declined all vices and even the most basic of creature comforts. And that's the story of the Buddha, slightly abridged. Like the Buddha, it was time for me to wander, so I headed south to Koh Samui. Koh Samuians are famously enthusiastic.
Gasoline number 1.
And I was enthusiastic about the delicious seafood.
Could I get a doggy bag for this? There's still some flesh around the eye.
And the famous Big Buddha Temple.
When visiting a Buddhist holy place, it is customary to remove one's shoes and socks. But let's not be naive. These places are literally crawling with fungi and microbes. That's why I wear these. These novelty joke feet offer full protection and no one is a visor. And they look a lot less silly than the case of jungle foot. Remember, you are an outsider here. Be sure to tread lightly.
Koh Samui is a mecca for world travelers, which led to this predicament. I met this Dutchman who spoke not a word of German or English, and I spoke not a word of Dutch. Luckily, we both knew some conversational Norwegian and were able to have a pleasant chat.
When
Gerhard Reinke's Wanderlust returns, we go snorkeling in spectacular Koh Phi Phi. Buddhists hold animals in the highest esteem, and in Thailand you'll find creatures of every stripe, from hungry crocodiles to sauntering apes to friendly water buffaloes to this huggable hybrid of a deer and a rat. I even got a massage from an elephant.
Yeah, that's exciting the number.
totally relaxed.
Why imagine mythical creatures like the Pegasus and the dragon when magnificent animals like the elephant walk this very earth? The elephant has a trunk like a pen. A trunk like a pen. Okay, two can play at that game. Oh, what the... You want to play? Okay, I can just...
Okay, you win. You win.
Koh Phi Phi is internationally known for its stunning limestone outcroppings that jut dramatically from the turquoise ocean. They have been immortalized in the cinema, from The Man with the Golden Gun to the disappointing 1999 film The Beach.
I'm standing on the actual location where they filmed the 1999 movie The Beach. Flushed from the success of Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio was seeking a darker and edgier role, and he found it in this Gen Next Lords of the Flies. Yet the film gets tangled in its own web, clumsily spun by train-spotting director Danny Boyle.
บ้าแล้วหลังนี้ไม่นั่งดีใต้แล้วคุณไม่รู้เรื่องอะไรเลี้ยวครับพี่ number one แต่คือไม่ใช่หรือไม่ชอบ
Did we see the same movie here? I thought this was cliche. It was cliche. The acting was poor. The performances were stilted. The scenery. I didn't buy this at all.
ไม่ต้องไปแลไม่ต้องทำไร
Well, clearly we have agreed to disagree.
ถ้าคุณไม่ชอบก็คุณไม่ต้องทำไร
Koh Phi Phi is also home to some of the best diving and snorkeling in the world, as illustrated in this stunning stock footage. And I got the chance to get my flippers wet too. Dear Journal, today I was attacked by a jellyfish. Another bummer is the very name of this island, which seems to mock me. Ko-pi-pi, pi-pi, pi-pi, pi. I need to relax and get my head together. A great place to relax and get your head together is Ko-pi-pi. It's a new age wonderland where visitors are expected to leave their inhibitions behind. Even the rock formations let it all hang out on Ko-pi-pi. On this island, healing the mind, body and spirit is the name of the game. You can meditate. Try your hand at Tai Chi. On my ankle. Then you will soak in the serene wisdom that we are all one with the universe.
Die, you son of a bitch! Now whose blood flows?
When Wanderlust returns, we journey to the full moon party in Koh Phangan.
Where else besides Copenhagen can you find a waiter with bare chest and feet? Hey, on this island, no shirts, no shoes, no problem.
At night, hang out, literally, with a veritable who's who of international backpackerati. As morning broke, I realized that these were the good old days, and they were happening right now.
I'm happy as a clam and brown as a nut.
Just when I had been making great strides forward in my quest for enlightenment, I literally took a step in the wrong direction.
I stepped on the sea urchin. What should I do?
You have to urinate on it. Best thing.
Urinate on it?
Just pee on your foot.
Pee on my foot to take the sting of it.
Pee on your foot.
Just pee on your foot.
Come on, just pee on your foot. It's
Please take it easy, man. It's the most natural things ever. Just let it sink in a waterfall.
How low can a man sink? How about not being able to urinate on your own foot and having this guy have to do it for you? To pee or not to pee? That was the question. But the answer would have to wait, for I was off to the full moon party on Koh Phangan. Once a month, thousands of revelers go loony at an all-night bacchanal that would make Dionysus seem like the designated driver. Full moon number one.
Full Moon Party 2002, you're so fucking supposed to party.
Did you take anything?
All right, fair enough. What's wrong with the youth of today? Absolutely nothing.
Feel the beat in the jungle heat. Maybe have sex with someone you meet. I am dancing now, I can touch the sky. One question remains, why am I so pea-shy? They say it happens to lots of guys. A walk with an ape was a strong aroma. Let's say a prayer for the kid in the coma. I sampled many a tasty dish. I was viciously attacked by a jellyfish. I am dancing now, I can touch the sky. Dear Buddha above, why am I so pea-shy? I had to use the urine of this guy.
Maybe it was a throbbing, incessant techno beat. Maybe it was the glow sticks or temporary tattoos. But something inside me clicked, and as the first rays of light hit the beach, I waded into the lukewarm ocean. And in front of literally thousands of onlookers, my proud and newly emboldened pee hole let loose a gushing torrent of liquid triumph.
monsoon has arrived. Sadly, my journey must end. Although there are many number one countries, and I hesitate to say that one is more number one than the next, Thailand surely has to be one of the most number one of all. For Wanderlust, I'm Gerhard Reinke.
Yokozuna!
Last night I was on Pat Pong Road. I couldn't afford the bill, so the owner made me get up on stage and shoot ping pong balls out of my ass.
ที่มีพระยืนใหญ่ที่สุดในประเทศไทย
Yeah, it hurt a lot at first, but I mean, I got used to it, but it was more the hurt on the inside. I mean, it was humiliating. I was on stage shooting these ping pong balls out of my butt.